Welcome guys to round 8 of the Aussie Sim Racing F1 League. We are still in Formula 2 or Tier 2, but we've changed teams and we are now driving the Red Bull instead of the Renault, because one of the Red Bull drivers was withdrawn, so that opened up a space, and Fish, being the legend that he is, gave me first pick. So we're at Baku here. I'm not confident about this race. Time trial, I just could not feel confident in the car. So I don't expect us to be on the pace. In fact, I expect us to be a fair way off the pace. But fingers crossed so we can get a good result. And so we're coming out of pit lane at the start of quali. We missed our braking marker. Oh my god. And I joined Laggy in the runoff area because he did the exact same thing. Oh man, I'm so dumb. So a bunch of people went through, including our new teammate Formula Dragster. But we ended up starting the lap, brake at just before the 100-meter board, down to 3rd gear, accelerate out to 4th, 5th, 6th, brake the 100-meter board, not later. Missed the apex slightly there, but open up the DRS on exit and power down this straight that's reasonably long, so passing opportunity here. We brake at the 100-meter board. We slightly ran wide again. We brake just before the 50-meter board for this corner. Just easy on the exit. Brake 75 meters before this corner, so you get turned in sharpish for the left and then the right. Get a smooth exit out for braking at 75 again. 2nd gear, turn in early and out. And now we're in the castle section now, which is so tight. You just got to make sure you get a good exit out of that corner there. Down this curved run through these couple of sweeping corners, get right up against the wall, braking at the 100-meter board, back to 3rd, right on against the wall, brake down to 4th gear. We run slightly wide, but that's okay. Now these last couple of corners are fast and sweeping. Down this long back straight, open up the DRS, and we've crossed the line now, and that's put us last. Now we ran wide just to give guys extra run through the let people have a second lap, because we didn't want to do the second run or a second lap. Front wing damage was so dumb. We're getting understeer now. I didn't slow down enough. We're in the wall, and we're out of qualifying. We do not get a chance to improve our time, and as such, we are going to start from last place in the Grand Prix. So Laggy actually got first place, followed by Death, who was our former teammate, and Dragster, who's our current teammate. Neon 4th, Keats 5th, Aussie Carter's 6th, Fish in 7th, Hado in 8th, Nick, who's just been promoted from F3, you probably would have seen him in early videos, he's in 9th. Chosen Land is in 10th for the start of this Grand Prix. And so we cut here to the race monitor here. We're going to adjust our setup slightly to make it better for the race, because thankfully Parc Ferme is turned off. Just going through the setup here, making sure everything's set. Soften up the rear tyre a little bit just to help us give that extra traction. And it's going to be a one-stop this race. Supers onto softs. Just have another quick look here. and that's all good. We're on the grid now. There's no formation lap in F2, so when guys are all readied up, we will get underway. And here we go. 2 red lights, 3 red lights, 4 red lights, 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go. We slow down for Mitchie, who's started off desynced. We're just going to take it cautious to this opening lap and just wait for the carnage that'll ensue further up the grid. There's yellow flags up ahead. I think someone's found the wall. Well, I can't see any carbon fibre anywhere. Mitchie here's desynced, but I'm going to hang behind him. No, I'm going to... Yeah, I was going to pass him, then he's synced out the front. There's a Toro Rosso in the wall. That's V Customs. I didn't see who's actually coming last at the moment. We got Gecko in front, who's sliding all over the place. Yeah, we're up into 15th now. Thank you, Jeff. So now this is where this could get chaotic. The castle section. If someone makes it move, Gecko, please don't cause any carnage. He hasn't. He was smart and backed out of it. And no carnage through the castle section. So this has been actually a relatively smooth lap. I haven't seen any carbon fibre. Oh, there's a car on the wall. I spoke too soon. That's Mitchie. Or I think it was. I don't know. There was definitely a McLaren in the. I think it was a McLaren in the wall. Actually, I'm trying to remember. That's hurt his race. And Neon's retired from the race. Oh my days! There's a wheel and there's Neon. So he's been caught up. I can't remember how he crashed. I think it was involved in a thing with Laggy. So there's a car in the pits. That's Laggy there. So he's in the pits. So is Divine Keats. Got Gecko's running wide. I think he might have hit the wall there too. And we've got ourselves up into 12th place, and we're hanging reasonably close to this front pack here. So maybe points is on the cards today. Oh, and Gecko is running to DJR. He's got no front wing. That was Aussie Carter's that's hit the wall and he's out of this race. So a lot of people hitting the walls and other drivers early on in this race. And yeah, I think Gecko's got front wing damage, but because all the corners in his first half of the lap are very slow, he could sort of keep the pace up with everyone else. But yeah, you can see he can't quite squirt the car in enough. Or maybe it's Penske's got no front wing, because Penske's going slow. Gecko's in the wall. Gecko's hit the wall and he will have damage there. He's hit the wall again. I think I just want to back off here. And just, because he's going to have to pit. And I think the points are on here, guys. Gecko's run wide. He's got the front wing damage. Oh, he's slowed down. Oh, no. Oh, no. We've got front wing damage ourselves. I wasn't expecting Gecko to slow down so much. And yeah, we've given ourselves front wing damage. But we're in the points now. We got Mitchie coming up behind us. We cut it a lap 4. We've moved up to 6th place thanks to pit stops and other dramas. We've got Chosen Land behind us on the super softs. He's quite quick, and he's been catching us at a rate of knots. We cut to lap 5 now, and we've got on the curb. We've run wide, and we've hit the wall. So we're going to have to come into the pits and box. We pull over to the side of the road to let Chosen through because we had the damage. And we're coming to the pits now. We're stopping earlier than I'd like. Formula Dragster was also in the pits due to an incident, and that's why this pit stop is so slow. He's put on the mediums, but I'm putting on the softs because I'm not going to be driving. I'm not going to be pushing, and I'm just going to go to the end. So come out in front of Customs, and we miss our braking point again. So Customs goes through, Mitchie goes through. And we're back down to 14th place now. And doesn't seem like points will be on the cards today now. As hang on, was that Customs in the pits? And so is Gecko. So I think they both pitted. They've hit the wall, and they're now have to get their front wing changed. We cut to lap 10 now. We're in P12. P11 actually. That was weird. That was a random position change. I think a car stopped being desynced or something. So it's now lap 14. We're in P10. We're passing the guy in the pits. That was Mitchie. And we're now P9. This race was actually relatively boring. The only passes we made were through the pit lane. As you saw up at the top there, Formula Dragster, our teammate, is back in the pits. And a guy's off in the guy's off at turn 2. I think that might be Cricketer. So we've passed a Dragster who's on the super soft tyres. He's going to be a rocket ship now. But yeah, I think that was Cricketer out of this race. And yep, there he is, right behind us. We just passed him. We're in P8 now, P7. We got Dragster coming up behind us. He was way quicker. And Christian Horner told me to do a multi 21. And we've let him through, but he crashed a lap later and he's let us back through, so all we gained out of that was a loss in time, but not too fuss. We got Mitchie now chasing us down behind us, but we're in P6 at the moment, so we're going to finish in the points. We come up behind DJR Team Penske, who's lagging. We've got a laggy crash. That's annoying. That's hurt us. We've got front wing damage. We lock up the brakes in turn 2 on the second last lap. We get front wing damage, and we decided to let Mitchie through because of it. On the last lap now, we outbroke ourselves and we're in the wall. Your Formula Fish is on supers and he's been absolutely flying. That has really hurt our race. We got no front wing for the entirety of this last lap. But we managed to hold on to P7. We had no penalties, so that's a legitimate P7. Fish finished like 2.5 seconds behind, so that got very close in the end. But yeah, that was quite a boring race, to be honest. But Death got yet another win from Divine Keats, and that's a McLaren, so that'll be Chosen Land in third. He had a slow start to this season, but in the last 3 races has really come alive, and I think he's got 3 podiums in a row now. So that's a good showing from him. Keats has been quick all year, so yeah. Other results: Zombie Hunter in 4th place, Laggy in 5th, Mitchie 6th, us in 7th, Fish 8th, Customs 9th, Hado J in 10th. Rhythmic Bird, it was a shame for him because he was actually in 2nd place for most of that race and he crashed out with 3 laps to go. Dragster was also quick and he could have been on the podium too, but he bounced off the walls too many times and yeah, ended up in 12th. DJR was off the pace this weekend, which is contrary to his speed throughout the rest of the season. Cricketer as well, bouncing off the walls as well. He was on for a strong finish and then yeah, retired with 4 or 5 laps to go or whatever it was. Gecko in Gecko also retired, as did Carter's, as you saw, and Neon. It was unfortunate for him. Got caught up in he got caught up in an incident because I think it was laggy involved. He had front wing damage, bounced off the wall into the path of Neon, and yeah, it was a big shame. I'm still not going to put up the driver standings because I don't know what the actual positions are. I've got to wait for the coordinators to organise it, just so I know where everyone sits and stuff. That's going to be it for this video. Please leave a like, please leave a comment, and if you're new, please subscribe to this channel. Really enjoying this Aussie Sim Racing series. Got tougher competition now that I'm in F2, and I'm having to work for every position, and I have to drive strategically now to try and get points like I did today. Just by backing off and driving and staying off the walls, I was able to get a good position. Anyway, that's going to be it for me. Have a good one. Goodbye.